Welcome back to How to MSP. Let's dig into why your MSP contracts must be standardized. If you own or manage an MSP, I want you to visualize a scenario we see all too often. We call it pig tossing. It looks like this. Your sales team or MSP owner closes a big new deal. They are high-fiving in the conference room, popping champagne. But at that exact same moment, your service manager is burying their head in their hands. Why? Because the sales team just tossed the pig over the fence to operations. They signed a contract that promises support for a legacy ERP system you've never heard of, a 15-minute response time that you can't staff, and a security tool set that doesn't match your stack. The sales team sees a win, your operations team sees a nightmare. This friction happens because of one thing: non-standardized contracts. When every agreement is unique, you aren't building a scalable business. You are building a collection of exceptions. Today, we're going to break down why standardization is the single biggest lever you have to fix your margins, improve your valuation, and stop the war between sales and service. Let's start with the hard numbers. We've analyzed data from Ridgeview Advisors, and the financial impact of bespoke contracts is actually terrifying. First, let's talk about the profit leak. MSPs with non-standard agreements often lose 5 to 10 points of gross margin. That sounds abstract, so let's make it real. Imagine you have a technician. Let's call him Dave. Dave is great. But because client A has a unique firewall you don't use anywhere else, Dave has to spend 3 non-billable hours reading manuals just to fix a simple issue. That is a time vampire. You are paying Dave to learn a tool you will never use again. You cannot automate chaos, and you cannot scale figuring it out as you go. Second, there is the valuation killer. If you are building your MSP with an exit in mind, listen closely. Private equity firms and strategic buyers are looking for what we call operational maturity. When they look at your books and see that every client pays a different rate for a different set of services, they don't see opportunity. They see risk. They see a business that is dependent on the owner's memory, not on process. They will deduct value from your company for every variation they find because they know it costs money to fix. Beyond the financials, lack of standardization creates the tech junk drawer. You start accumulating random vendors, stray licenses, and one-off tools just to satisfy a contract clause you wrote 3 years ago. This leads to massive scope creep. Without a standard, rigid, included versus excluded list in your master services agreement, your clients will treat you like an all-you-can-eat buffet. They will assume that everything with a plug is your problem. And without a standardized contract to point to, your account managers have no shield. They surrender to the client's demands just to keep the peace, and your margins erode further. There is also a massive legal and security risk here. If you are customizing your liability clauses or your security deliverables for every prospect, you will eventually drop the ball. You might promise a specific backup retention policy to client B that your standard tool doesn't support. When the ransomware hits, that contract variation becomes a lawsuit. So, how do we stop the pig tossing? You have to shift your mindset. You need to stop selling what the client asks for and start selling how you deliver results. This is the doctor frame. You don't go to a surgeon and tell them which scalpel to use. You trust their process. You need to operationalize trust. First, define your stack. Draw a hard line. If a prospect loves their ancient server that creates 50% of your tickets, you either force a project to replace it or you don't sign the deal. Second, lock the MSA. Your legal terms, payment, liability, termination should be non-negotiable. Third, and this is the hardest one, address the legacy debt. You likely have 20 old clients on 20 old contracts. You need a repapering campaign. It's painful, but you have to move them to your standard. If they refuse, you have to be willing to let them go. The revenue you lose will be replaced by the efficiency you gain. Standardization isn't just about paperwork. It's about peace of mind. It's about knowing that when a ticket comes in, your team knows exactly how to handle it every single time. Stop tossing pigs over the fence. Tighten your agreements, protect your margins, and build a business that scales, not just one that swells. If you're ready to stop reinventing the wheel with every new client, hit that subscribe button. For more deep dives on the data we covered, check out the blog at ridgeviewadvisors.com. We'll see you in the next video.